everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jeannie Ellis, also known as Scrapbooking Mama. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so happy that you did, and I hope that you will check out my other videos in my YouTube channel and hopefully they'll give you some inspiration. Now, today I want to share with you that I have been asked by Tailor Made Cards for You to be a guest designer for this month. The description box will show the link below to her shop. I also want to mention that she is sponsoring Crafters Castle Challenge blog, which I'm also a DT member of. She's sponsoring their challenge for the month of April. And there's also a link below in the description box. I hope that you will enter that. Now, let's get started. Here are the papers that I printed out. These are digital papers called My Mother's Garden Passport, and they are just gorgeous. Here is page 1, and I'm going to angle a little bit so that you'll see the colors. This is more of the true to life colors. If I angle it, you can see it better. These are just gorgeous papers. They print out so vivid, and I just love how they are. And the floral background here has this kind of a green color to it. And then that's page 1, and this is some inf, infra. I can't even say it right now. But anyway, this is some pieces to go along with it. These can be used as tags or inserts for pockets or whatever you want to use them for. And you can see that the name of the packet is right here, My Mother's Garden. And this is just so gorgeous. And then we have this. You can see that these are really good for Mother's Day. Really good. And then we have this page, page 4. That was page 3. This is page 4. And aren't they just simply gorgeous? See, you can see the little green tint in here. Now, I've been mulling over what I'm going to do with it, and I have several ideas. But you'll see what I'll be doing that. So please stay tuned for the next step here of what I'm going to be doing. I'm first going to trim out everything and get it ready to do my project. And so stay tuned, and I'll see you here in just a few minutes, or by technology in just a second or two. Okay, before I show you my project, which is an envelope mini album for Mother's Day, I want to share with you a couple of things. First of all, out of the ephemera sheet, out of the page there's this piece right here, which is a pocket. And it kind of looks like a bib, so you could use it, I'm sure, for anything else. It's Mother's Day. You can make something out of that like a bib if you wanted to. But it's actually a pocket, and it's got some white lines, very slender white lines along the edge here of each piece where the fold is, or where the curves are, the points there. So I took that and cut it out, and I made my pocket. And I've actually got 3 of them that I'm planned on using them. So anyway, you take your piece, and along what I found out with this piece here that she made, is that they fit right along the score lines. So, there's no trouble trying to figure out how to go. I've already folded those, but I mean, it just comes out perfect. I mean, that's just awesome, because a lot of times you have to take your pieces, your cut pieces, and you have to, oops, I missed a slot there. You have to figure out where you're going to do the folding, but it goes right along the score lines. So she made this piece to where it would fit in the score lines without having to go move it over here or move it over there. It just works great. So then of course, you just fold them. I didn't fold that one very well. But you want this piece here to be on the inside. That way your cards aren't going to get hung up. It's just going to slide right into it. Otherwise, if you do it this way and this way, then it's not going to work as well. Anyway, that's the way I found. So it'll still work, but I think if you put this piece inside, it's going to work a lot better. So that's my personal opinion, because there's nothing to hang it up then. So then you just score it, you know, firm it down. And when you glue it onto your page, your, you know, whatever you're putting it on, you know, you're just going to glue these pieces down, and then they're going to kind of pop up a little bit. So now, I hope that was clear. Sometimes I say things and I want to be clear, and it's not exactly as clear as that's what I like. Clear as mud, as my dad used to say. Okay, now take your envelopes, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. You could use less, you could use more, but I'm going to use 5. And you take each envelope, and I've already done this, but you fold the flap backwards, not inward, but backwards. Okay, each one goes inward. And you'll take an envelope, and you don't put the flap inside the other one this way. It's opposite direction. This is the inside. This will be the outside the envelope. So you just take your flap and you want to slide it in as easily as you can without tearing it or anything, and make it match up to the edge here as much as possible. What I usually do is stick it in there and then kind of do this to it, you know, get it in there, and it works that way just fine. Now I plan on using the Aleene's Tacky Glue to glue my flaps in, but right now I just want to show you what I'm doing. So then you do it again, same way. You're taking it opposite to opposite and putting your flaps in. Now I did not come up with this myself. There are a lot of people who have made envelopes. I think I just took one out. Yeah, I did. There's a lot of people who've made these, and they are just great. And I love each and every one of them because to me each one's unique. But some of them are made differently, so you know, it just depends on how you want to do it. So just keep going, you know, inside the flap. And I've got one more. This is my last one. So instead of putting this like this time you're going to go the same side to the same side. So just stick it in there. And now you've got, there's no hole showing here. However, you do have this flap showing. So what are you going to do with this? Well, it's going to be your binding. So just take it, and you can do it different ways. The lady I saw it from, she mentioned you could trim it down if you want to, or leave it like it is, and I plan on leaving it like it is. Or another option, you could trim this flap down totally, and then use some of your paper to make a little binding on it, like cover to cover, which I may still end up doing that. I don't know. But I am taking it, and I am going to fold it down like this, and it'll be glued down. So this will be glued down, and your flaps inside will be glued down. So just make sure it's as even as you can. And the reason, personally, I think using liquid glue is better because it gives you more leeway. You don't have to worry so much about whether or not it's going to stick and you can't get it apart. So liquid glue, in my opinion, is the best way to go. So this is all you do. And then that way now I can take it and I can get it all even. And let it dry. And there you have it. And now you can take each piece and decorate each page. And I will show you what I did in just a few seconds. So stay tuned. Okay, I have finished my project, and I decided I had a little bit of paper left over, and I had run an extra sheet of the ephemera. Anyway, I had run an extra sheet of that, so I used it for a card. So let me show you the card first. I used that third envelope for here, the little pocket. I used it for here, for this tag here, showing Mother's Love. I've distressed all the edges with walnut stain Distress Oxide. And for the layer of this card here, I used the distressing tool all the way around, and I did kind of color the edges some with that Distress Oxide also. I made a flower out of the paper, some of the paper here, and you can see the difference in it because I distressed it. And I like that, you know, it gives that vintage look to it. And gotta make sure that's down. Anyway, I had some leaves left over from the flowers that I put on the front cover of this piece here, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I had leaves left over, so I thought, well, they'd look good with it, and they'd go with this over here. And now this can go for Mother's Day, either one of these pieces can go for Mother's Day, for Mother's birthday, or any occasion, just to thank her, whatever you want to do. So anyway, all these have been distressed, and I put ribbon around here, lace ribbon. And then I made the envelope mini album, as you know, because I showed you how to I put the envelopes together. And I did distress all the edging around here. I didn't make them as dark as I probably should have, but you can still see that they are distressed around there. I distressed the back of it too. I didn't put a binding on it. I was going to put this on it, but it just didn't look right to put that on there because I was also afraid that it wouldn't lay right also. So I could have added to that and then made the piece, and then it would have fit just fine then, but I didn't think about that until it's too late. So anyway, I think it looks fine that way. It's all even, and so it won't matter. Anything can be put on there just to cover it if you want to, but I like it this way. It looks good as far as that goes. It gives a good distressed look to it. So I had some lace flowers that I had in my stash. I added to that. Before I put, let's see, the paper here on the front cover, I added the lace, and also I let's see, added the lace. Yeah, that was it. I just added this lace here, so that way I wouldn't have a trim up here, and then I'd have to hide that too. And I added some more of that lace ribbon down here. I made sure I had Mother on the front. And for the ribbon here, the tie, now this is beautiful ribbon, but it really is kind of hard to tie. So I should have used probably something a little bit sturdier, but it still works. But anyway, I had to add that in on the inside. Let's see if I can undo it with one hand. Okay. I added it before I added the inside cover. That way it won't show on the inside. So it's underneath that inside front cover. Now, this paper is not from my Mother's Garden Passport. This paper is from Dictionary Art Mother. Oops, I hit the camera, sorry. This one is from Dictionary Art Mother. Now, this one came out printed darker, which I love that color, but I forgot to change my setting on this one. Let's see if I can get back in focus. Okay. I forgot to change the setting here on this one, but it came out just fine. It looks like it still goes along with it. So I've got it on there, and I put it on the back also. So it came with those two sheets there. And you can resize these any size you want or need because they are digital papers, and that's what's a good thing about that digital papers is that you can resize what you need. Now I made one of my pockets. I put up here, and I put one of the little tags in it, and it says Mother at the bottom. Again, everything has been distressed. Let's see if I can get back in here. I think my cat's trying to get in. Each page. This one here I left open. I didn't put anything in it because this can be put like a picture or something of your mother, your children, whatever you want to do. I didn't want to put anything else in that because I thought that would be good for that. And then this one I made as a little tag holder, and a picture or something or words can be put on the back of that. You can also put something up here, a picture, or you can put a little white piece on there and write on that, whatever you want to do to make it a journal. And then here's another pocket. This one's got the little calendar in it for the month of May. And then this one I put on here, I didn't make it a pocket or tag or anything. I just put it on here, called My Mother's Garden. I love this. This is beautiful. And my mother had a garden, and she, flower garden, rose garden, and she had beautiful roses. So this is a special meaning for me. My mother's been gone for over 36 years, so, but I still remember. And then there's this little strip here, and I made it as a tag holder, so it won't get away from you. And then I put another ephemera piece right here on top of that and lace down the bottom. And there's the back cover. I love that paper. So this is beautiful paper. So I hope this is some inspiration for you and that you'll check out the website. Everything, the links will be below in the description box. And I hope that you like, and if you don't mind, please subscribe. I would love it, and I appreciate all the subbies. So be sure to check out Taylor Cards Made for You. Make sure you check that out. Again, the link will be below. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for stopping in.